Morning, guys. Morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me this beautiful Monday morning. I hope it's beautiful where you are, at least. The weather's been nice here after quite a bit of rain, so that's great. I am moderately under the weather. I'm feeling 100 times better than I was on Saturday. On Saturday, I got hit with a little bit of a flu bug, like the 24-hour flu bug. And it was violent and it was not fun. And I'm pretty thankful that, knock on wood, no one else in my house seems to have caught it, at least not like I caught it. My daughter stayed home from school on Friday because she had a little bit of a tummy ache, kind of. She never got violently ill like I did. So I really barely had the energy to do this video. But we lost Anne Rice on Sunday. And she is one of my favorite authors, and I couldn't not do something because that's a tragic loss. She was almost 90 years old and just an incredible writer. So I know a lot of people give Bram Stoker a lot of vampire credit because, yeah, he was one of the first ones to kind of invent almost the vampire, or at least bring it to a normal society to read about and to enjoy. But I believe that Anne Rice brought humanity to the vampire. Her writing made you compassionate for these quote-unquote monsters, if you would. They made you think like them, feel like them, put yourself in those situations. And I think everybody I know that's a literature person has a favorite Anne Rice novel. I love Interview with the Vampire. It will always be my favorite. I think the back and forth between Louis and Lestat is just brilliantly done. I think that it was a world above when it came out. Like there was nothing else like it. Now we have a lot of other dark vampire writers, the Laurel K. Hamiltons, who I enjoy in their own right. You guys know I'm a massive J.R. Ward fan. Oh my gracious, the Black Dagger Brotherhood. There would be no Black Dagger Brotherhood if it were not for Anne Rice. So Interview with the Vampire will always be my favorite. I also love Queen of the Damned. My husband is Vittorio, I believe that's how you say it. That is his favorite Anne Rice novel. I actually can see our copy sitting on the bookshelf right there because my husband read it while he was in military AIT school. They could only have no electronics. You could only have like hardback and paperback books. So that is when he read that book and really thoroughly enjoyed it. And to this day, you know, it will always be his favorite Anne Rice. Just like there's just something special about Interview with a Vampire for me. I'm not quite sure what it is because there are other amazing Anne Rice novels, but that one just has always spoken to me. And like I said, I think it's the back and forthness between Louis and Lestat, the banter of it, I don't know, the feeling of right versus wrong, no matter the situation that you're in, no matter what species at the time you are, if you would. I love the humanitarianness of it and the beauty of the book. I really don't know how else to describe it. I think she's a brilliant writer, and there will be never another Anne Rice. There are those that have come after her who are just fantastic as well. Like I've mentioned a few. If you like vampires and you are looking for something new and fresh and very 2021, I highly recommend Laurel K. Hamilton or J.R. Ward. But if you are looking for a classic vampire novel with incredible writing that will draw you in, that is just immensely, there's not even a word for what I'm looking for. It's immensely consuming. You pick up an Anne Rice and you cannot put it down until it is completed, and then you're like, okay, is there a sequel? Is there another book with these same characters in it? Because you care about these characters that she has created. So definitely, even though I'm not my snarfiest and I am coming off of this incredible flu, had to come on here today and say what a loss for the literature community in Anne Rice's passing. She lived nearly 90 years old, and that's a long life, and we got a lot of work from her. I mean, we got so many amazing novels from Anne Rice, series and one-offs and brilliant characters that I thoroughly appreciate and can never thank her enough for. I mean, Louis from Interview with the Vampire will always be one of my favorite fictional characters. He just will. That's just the way it is for me. Of course Lestat, but Louis has always been my favorite. And I don't know, it's a great loss to the writing community. Even though I don't believe she was currently writing anything, it was just nice to know she was, you know, still out there and receiving the benefits of her incredible writing. So it's a terrible loss. I will very much mourn her. I know a lot of my friends who this one has hit very hard as well. So to anybody out there who has never read an Anne Rice novel, cannot recommend it enough to pick it up. She's an amazing writer, amazing characters, great storyteller. I don't know what else you can say about Anne Rice. So coming up this week, I am going to have on Wednesday a cookie vlog for you guys. We're doing our Christmas baking. We were supposed to start it today, but with me, I feel better, but I'm not 100%, and I don't know if I'm still contagious. We decided not to start it today. Well, Stephanie started some today at her home alone. But tomorrow evening, I'm going to go over there, and we will be doing a cookie vlog on all the different holiday baking that we are doing, and we'll show you a couple of recipes. I think we're definitely showing you some haystacks, which are a super, super easy treat that's a no bake that I cannot, my family loves haystacks this time of year. And then we are doing some cheesecake balls, I believe. And I may show you my 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies, too. They're so easy. They're just peanut butter, 1 egg, and a cup of sugar. And you whisk it together, and you bake it for 350 for like 8 to 10 minutes. The easiest cookie in the world. Peanut butter, 3-ingredient cookies. I stick a Hershey Kiss on them sometimes. Maybe put a Reese's Pieces on top. They got those candy cane kisses. Brilliant. Love, love, love a 3-ingredient peanut butter cookie. So look for that video on Wednesday of some amazing, amazing cookie baking. And I hope you go out and read an Anne Rice book. If you've never read one, like I said, I recommend Interview with the Vampire. I recommend Queen of the Damned. I recommend Vittorio. I may not be pronouncing Vittorio correctly. But yeah, go out, read an Anne Rice book. If you're not a reader, go watch the Anne Rice based movie. There's many of them, including Interview with the Vampire and Queen of the Damned. So just show your appreciation to an incredible, incredible writer and an incredible soul that was lost this weekend. I love you guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday.